It wasn't pretty, but it's a win, and that's all Mark D'Antonio cares about after today's 14-0 shutout victory over Purdue at Spartan Stadium. And that was the recurring message throughout his press conference. He's not interested in the stats. It wasn't a great offensive showing. In fact, it was probably one of the worst of the season from MSU, but he doesn't care about that. He said there's only one stat I really care about, and that's a W. So he's got it, and MSU remains undefeated in Big Ten play with a road trip to Illinois up next. And a team that many thought Michigan State would beat by 20, 30 points comes out of here, they were shut out, but MSU only wins by 14. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, coming into the game, Purdue had lost all their games by an average of 28 points. If you take out the close loss against Notre Dame, they lost by 34. That was the average. So Michigan State was expecting to really take them to the woodshed today, take them out back, old Yeller style, and that did not happen. Offense looked bad. Woke up in the same nightmare they were against Western Michigan and South Florida. Connor Cook never saw a ball 10 feet above a receiver's head that he couldn't hit. That's where he was going. That's what Michigan State's offense was doing. Fortunately, the defense is good. They've been good all year. Sure gave them a lot of confidence, and they're usually good for that. So, that's what you got to take away from this one.
Well, I think what you have to do is you have to worry about your next challenge. Is it a win or is it a loss? I can say that if we win our next 5 games and we're 11-1, we're probably in the top 25. I'll venture that. Okay, that's really all that matters. How you get there is unimportant. Statistically, all everyone wants the stats. They want it, we're X amount on third down or this and that. But the bottom line is, if we win the game 43-40 next week, we're 7-1. So we're not feeling as good defensively. We're feeling great offensively. So you weigh these things. You say you have a championship defense. You had a shutout. That's tremendous. You play championship football on defense. Yes. Well, you got to weigh things. Did we win 50-0? No, but I didn't expect that would happen. You have to value what Purdue brings to the table, too. And if you watch the Notre Dame game, they don't have a bad football team. They get behind and they unravel. They're extremely young when that happens. But they're building for the future. So all that matters is that one statistic. Did you win or did you lose? And that's what we have to focus on. And we've got a lot of happy people in the locker room right now because we won one. It was relatively close, but we won it. And so we'll deal with that. And you look all over the country right now, and there's some people that win those close ones, and there's some that don't. And in a game like this, the way it was going, it would have been very easy to turn the ball over or put ourselves in a bad situation, and then one slips away from us. And we found a way to get those inches to win this football game, and I think that's what's important.
Going deeper into the offensive struggles today, Jeremy Langford had a good day with 131 rushing yards, which is a career high for him. But on the other hand, Connor Cook just threw for 107 yards and 13 of 25 passing. And, I know the coaches and players want to talk about a win as a win and moving forward, but 14 points and, this offensive output isn't going to win too many games moving forward, especially with the teeth of the schedule coming up next. Should Michigan State be concerned, I asked Mark D'Antonio, do you feel like this is a step back or just an aberration? And he vehemently denied that it was any kind of step back. But what do you think? Is this something they should be worried about moving forward?
Yeah, Steven, how dare you ask whether they took a step back? It was, they did not look good today. Jeremy Langford, he's not a talker, doesn't got a lot of personality to him yet, kind of developing that, but he could really learn how to run the football well. They kind of went away from Delton Williams and some of the other guys that they've got because they ran their hot guy. And Dave Warner said the hot guy and the guy that they want to go to is him right now. So it looks like the path to the Rose Bowl is going to be on the ground, and Jeremy Langford's going to lead the way. So part the Red Seas. Let's get to the Big Ten championship with him.
Offensively, we're hoping for better, obviously, but I think you look at this game, you look at probably missed opportunities. The thing that stands out in my mind, specifically third down opportunities. We were 5 of 13 in third down. I know there were numerous third down opportunities there where I think we had the ability to convert there. So I think it's missed opportunities. On the plus side, we finished strong. When we needed to in the fourth quarter, we took a long drive down the field and scored. And then the last drive, obviously, we controlled the clock there. So nowhere where we need to be, but it is a win. We're 6-1 right now, and hopefully we learn and grow from it.
As I just said, it's a step forward. It's not a step back, not when you win. A step back is when you lose. It's a step forward. There are plenty of people that take a step back, and that usually has an elbow beside it. So we're 6-1. You can cut it any way you want. You can sit there and say, oh, they're not in the top 25, and we can moan about it and groan about it, but or we can just stay focused and do something about it. And I hope and hopefully our football team is maturing as we move forward. We're understanding that nothing's easy, and we mature and we grow. With every game, we grow. And that doesn't mean we're going to always have success, but we grow with that. And that's reality, and that's the I think that gives you, if you're able to do that, you're going to have a good football team. If you can't grow with your team, then things are going to backslide. But we'll grow.
So at the end of the day, you close out with a 14-0 win. Not a lot of positives to take away other than what the defense was able to do. I mean, shrug your shoulders, give it a smile. They came away with a win. Steven, any final thoughts?
Not really. I just wonder about that question. You know, is this a true step back, or is this just an aberration? You know, the last 2 weeks, MSU looked so good on offense compared to where they were at the beginning of the season. And if I had just walked up in that press box and you told me this was week 1, I would have believed it with what we saw out there. And that can't continue for MSU if they want to play for the Rose Bowl. And I guess we'll see moving forward with a road trip to Illinois, as I mentioned. But until then, keep checking statenews.com all week for your coverage of this game and leading up to the matchup with the Illini.